Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Oh, I guess our Ninja Chat stopped working. Oh, boy. All right, let's try this. Let's see if it works. I apologize about that. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. I don't know why our Ninja Chat stopped working, but it did. Let's try to fix that. All right, I will try to fix that right now. I apologize about that. Let's do it again. Copy. Okay, we'll do this URL here, and we'll call it Ninja Chat. Apply. All right. Testing. Let's try it again. Close. All right, let's see if it works now. Yo. There we go. It's sweep day. There we go. Now I can display your chats. Good stuff. Yes, it is sweep day. Phillies are taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Another sold-out crowd at Citizens Bank Park as the Phillies are trying to go for the sweep against the St. Louis Cardinals out at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies are playing on ESPN. They are the ESPN game night. But, of course, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate that very much. We're covering the game, of course, on our channel. Did not cover last night's game, but we had a really good time at the baby shower yesterday, and that was so awesome to catch up with family and with friends as well. So that was great. All right, let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Well, Kyle Schwarber will be batting leadoff for the Phillies. We'll do the Phillies first, and then we'll do the Cardinals. The Cardinals will be batting first, but the Phillies, it'll be Schwarber, Stott, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Merrifield, Stubbs, and Rojas. So Cody Clemens was actually a late scratch today, and Whit Merrifield is playing over at second, and Stott is over at short. JT Realmuto not in the lineup either, and Brandon Marsh playing out in left field. All right, so, and no Edmundo Sosa, by the way. Just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that as well. All right, so for the Cardinals, they got Mason Wynn over at shortstop tonight, and Alec Burleson, the left fielder, batting second. Paul Goldschmidt hitting third over at first base. Nolan Gorman, the second baseman, batting in the cleanup spot, and then it's Arenado batting fifth over at third base. Matt Carpenter, the designated hitter, he's hitting sixth, and the catcher, Ivan Herrera, batting seventh. Dylan Carlson, the right fielder, batting eighth, and Michael Ciani, the center fielder, batting ninth. And they'll be facing Taijuan Walker, who last played against the St. Louis Cardinals last year, or in his last outing last year, I should say. Did a pretty good job. He actually went 6 innings, and it was back in September. And he had 3 strikeouts, a couple of runs allowed, but did pretty good in that outing, and he's looking to try to get a good outing under his way tonight. So let's get into the live stream screen, and we will make sure that we do that. All right, good, and good. Yes, sir. All right. On the mound, Taijuan Walker with a 5.51 ERA in 32 2/3 of an inning. And he's been doing a pretty good job overall this season. He's had 2 bad outings. Those were his last 2 outings. But other than that, he's been doing a pretty good job. Mentioned that the last time he faced against the Cardinals, I mentioned that he actually went 6 innings. He technically went 7 innings, and he allowed 1 walk, and he had 3 strikeouts, 8 hits allowed 2. All right. Well, Phillies will be in the field first, and of course, leading things off, it'll be Mason Wynn batting on the right side. Phillies are in their white pinstripe uniforms. Walker with the high socks in the pitch. Ground ball into right field for a base hit, and Wynn decides to take it the other way as he gets it in towards the 3-4 hole. And a leadoff single by Mason to start off the ball game in the top of the first. Got a fastball right down the pipe and kept his head down, barreled it up, and went the opposite way. So he starts the game off with a single, and Alec Burleson is due up next, batting on the left side of the plate. Cardinals are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, with the red Cardinal logo on the front, and the red letters and numbers on the front and the back. The pitch, and that's a sinker that is in there for a called strike. Burleson with a .275 average, 5 home runs, 18 runs driven in. And the pitch, line drive, hit out over to center field, and Rojas on the dive, and I'll make the catch. Johan Rojas able to lay out his whole entire body. That was about 103 miles per hour off the bat, and Rojas able to make an acrobatic web gem out in center field. I don't even know if he had to dive. Yeah, he did. He did have to dive for it, and he had the glove facing upwards, and Burleson not happy as he got robbed on a base hit by Johan Rojas. And Paul Goldschmidt's coming up to bat. Throw back to first, and Harper's foot was not even close to the bag. And Lynn got back in there safely. All right. Phillies defensively, from 1 through 9, Walker's on the mound. Behind the plate is Stubbs tonight. And the pitch, it's a cutter, and that's chopped foul. In the infield, it's Harper at first. It's over at second, it's Whit Merrifield. And at third, it's Bohm. Short, it's Stott. And from left to right, Phillies have Marsh, Rojas, and Castellanos. Leading off over at first is Wynn. And the 0-1 sails outside and low. Goldschmidt, ever since May 12th, in 17 games, has an average of .286 with 5 homers. And before May 12th, in 37 games, his average was at .190, and he had 2 homers. Throw back to first again, and it's not in time. Crew chief for tonight, you got Jeremy Riggs calling the balls and the strikes. Adrian Johnson's over at first, Junior Valentine's at second, and Doug Eddings, the third base umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike to Goldschmidt in the pitch, and that's chopped foul, and that actually got a piece of Garrett Stubbs as he's hopping around. Wynn tried to make a good jump over at second base, and, well, he has to go back over to first on the foul ball. Stubbs still in a standing position. He's behind the plate. Seems to be all right. Just trying to shake that one off. Walker in his last outing went 6 innings, allowed 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 total runs against the Giants. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. And the 1-2, and that's in the dirt, almost got away from Stubbs, and thank goodness he went over towards his right side and was able to grab the baseball barehanded, because Wynn would have gotten over to second. Hello, everybody. Chris, happy birthday. I saw that it was your birthday. I saw that you typed that out. Happy birthday, man. The 2-2. That misses low for ball 3. Well, Paul Goldschmidt has had a lot of success against Taijuan Walker. Lifetime, he's 5 for 10 with 4 extra base hits, including a homer and 3 doubles. Wynn leads off over at first base. 1 out in the top of the first, and the payoff pitch to Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Walker. And there's 2 gone. Surprised that Goldschmidt went fishing after a slider, it looked like. Maybe more of a sinker, but regardless, it was a low pitch that was sailing out of the zone. And there's 2 away. It's Nolan Gorman's turn to come on up to the plate. Batting over on the left side. Again, the Cardinals are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. Throw back over to first, and, well, Walker gets back in there safely. Just was able to dive back in there. And Harper not able to swipe a tag on him. That was not a good throw, though, by Walker. It actually took a bounce in the dirt, and Harper sort of had to come forward for it. 2 outs, the pitch. That misses wide. Gorman's average, well, it's at 216. And the 1-0 misses wide once again for ball 2. He's never faced Taijuan Walker. The 31-year-old on the bump for the Phils, and the 2-0 pitch, and that's skied out over towards right field. Castellanos goes back towards the track, looks up, and it is gone. And it stays fair, I believe. Yes, it does. So it's a 2-run home run. Not a good camera angle whatsoever. Didn't see where they were panning over towards the right side. And it's a 2-run home run by Nolan Gorman as he takes Taijuan Walker deep. Looked like it was sailing over towards the right side. You couldn't find where the baseball was when the camera was trying to show where it would land. But it is a 2-run home run indeed by Gorman, and that's allowed by Taijuan Walker. Just hit out to right field, too. It went actually in the aisle between the right field seat over on the right side of the over on the left side of the foul pole, and the Phillies are going to review this. Okay, so it looks like Jeremy Riggs and Adrian Johnson are going to put in the earpieces to see if whether or not it was indeed a home run or a foul ball. Because when it actually went, or when it actually landed, it landed on the right side of right field next to the foul pole. Didn't hit the pole or anything, but let's see. I don't know if that's technically. When it landed, I think it was just fair. So the call on the field was a home run. This is just an official review. It's not a challenge or anything. There's Secaucus, New Jersey. They're showing all the monitors that they have over there. We got 120 people tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so it is confirmed that it is a 2-run home run. And the Cardinals, well, they're up 2-0 against the Phils. And Nolan Arenado is going to come on up to bat. So all the hitters combined, well, Taijuan Walker only allowed one homer to one of these Cardinals hitters before, and that was to Goldschmidt. Other than that, nobody else has homered off of him. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Now, Arenado has a .333 lifetime average against Walker. He's faced him 18 times. And the pitch, check swing, did he go? And they say, no, it's a 1-1 count. The Ninja Chat stopped working again? Really? The next pitch, and that's a sweeper that's taken all the way for strike 2. Is there a way that I can, like... All right, we'll figure it out. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Arenado strikes out, and the inning does come to an end. So a 2-run home run hit by Nolan Gorman. And we head to the bottom of the first. The Cardinals strike first, and the Phillies are coming up to bat. Be right back in just a few moments. I'll have to fix that. All right. Well, Lance Lynn is going to go out there on the hill for the St. Louis Cardinals. Made his major league debut back in 2011, 13 years ago today, which is pretty something. Has a 3.45 earner on average, and he'll have to face Kyle Schwarber leading things off here in the bottom of the first and the pitch, and that swung on and missed. A 91-mile-per-hour heater right in his wheelhouse. Schwarber with 23 leadoff home runs since 2022, which is tied for the most in Major League Baseball. And the pitch, and that's on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Well, the Phillies lineup, it'll be Schwarber, Stott, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Merrifield, Stubbs, and Rojas. Nothing in 2 is the count. Lynn gets set just at the letters, the low part of the letters. Lines up and fires. The 0-2 is fouled off. Schwarber hitting now .239 on the season. Wearing the red and gray batting gloves. The 0-2 pitch. Good take by Schwarber. They try to appeal over at third, though, and Doug Eddings says that he did not go. Weather today, it is 77 degrees outside at Citizens Bank Park. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kyle Schwarber strikes out, and there's one gone in the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for the Cardinals, the catcher is Ivan Herrera. It's Lance Lynn who's on the mound. And from first to third, it's Goldschmidt, Gorman, and then you got Wynn at short, and Arenado at third. And then the outfield, it's Burleson out in left, Carlson's in right, and in between them, sandwiched, is Siani. And the pitch to Bryson Stott is taken all the way for a strike. 0-1 is the count to Bryson. The ball's one strike, and the pitch just taken up high. Looked like it may have been in there for a strike, but Phillies will certainly take that. 1 ball, 1 strike, 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch from Lance Lynn, that misses wide and away for a ball. Stott, well, in the last game against the St. Louis Cardinals last night, he went 0 for 4 with a hat trick of strikeouts. And that's the first time he's done that this season. And the pitch, fouled away. I'm going to make sure I say hello to everybody here. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? What's up, Hot Corner? We have Weedosaurus Rex. What's going on? Midget Pigeon. And the 2-2, it misses outside for ball 3. That'll make the count now full to Stott. If you are tuning in on Facebook, hello and welcome on in. Hopefully you're all doing well, man. And the 3-2 on the way, and that misses outside for ball 4. And the Phillies have a base runner here in the bottom of the first inning. And it's Bryson Stott. Now it's Bryce Harper who's coming up to bat. Charge. I don't know why that's a little bit low, but it is. The pitch to Harper, and he will shovel that one foul over towards the first base side. If you're tuning in on Facebook or on Twitch or any other social media platform, I appreciate you all so much for being on here. Come on over to YouTube if you can. But if you can't, I'll try to read some of your comments down below. All right. Here we go. The pitch to Harper, and he laces that one foul. Harper ended up hitting a home run in the second deck of last night's game. It was a big-time shot that he hit. It was back in the... It back in the 7th inning, I believe. No balls, 2 strikes, and the throw back over to first, not in time. Went 415 feet. Oh, and 2 is the count to Bryce Harper, whose average is at 276 on the season. And the pitch outside and high for a ball. Harper this season against St. Louis is 4 for 18 with 2 RBI, 1 double, a homer, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He went after a high fastball, and Lance Lynn able to win the battle. Gets his 2nd strikeout of the inning, and there's 2 gone. And Alec Bohm is going to come on up to bat. He just went after a high fastball right at the eye level. And I thought maybe Lynn was going to go with a high pitch there, and he did. Here's Bohm, and he takes for a strike on the inside corner at the knees, a sinker at 93. Bohm's batting average now is at .311, which has slid down to 10th in all of Major League Baseball. He's 2nd in the National League in RBI, 4th in all of baseball with 49. Throw back to first, and Goldschmidt catches it but doesn't even apply a swipe on the bag. Phillies have scored 48 runs in the first inning this season, a plus 28 run differential. That's not how it started off in April. And the pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. That fastball was right down Broad Street, and he just was late. Final score predictions. Don't forget to comment those down below. Would really appreciate that very, very much. The ball's 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner over at first. That's Bryson Stott. He decides to go, and the pitch is high. The throw over the second is wide and dropped by Wynn, but it doesn't get too far away from him. It's picked up by Arenado in between 3rd and 2nd, but Bryson Stott able to go over to second base with a stolen base. Throw was off the line, and actually Wynn did tag him over on the back cleat, but he dropped the baseball. That's what happened. It wasn't a good throw. I think he tagged him, and then after he tagged him on the right cleat, it looked like maybe he dropped it, but I don't know if he had full possession or not. The Cardinals won't challenge it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec, and that pitch misses for ball 2. And a good job by Stott to be able to get over to second base. We'll take it anyway. At his 15th stolen base on the season, he does lead the team. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, outside and high for ball 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to 2,700 subscribers by the end of tonight. That'd be so cool. And don't forget, what are your final score predictions? Katie says 9-5 Phillies. Love it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Can Bohm come through here? And the payoff pitch, and that's sliced foul just behind home plate. Bohm may be able to just get a piece of it. 27 years old from Omaha, Nebraska. He's 6'5", 218 pounds. The count is full to Bohm. And the payoff pitch, it jammed him. It was inside. Arenado has to try to throw over to first, and he just gets Bohm out by about a step or so. Not an easy play. It almost landed in no man's land. Arenado able to hustle and just make a good throw over to first, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 man left, and it was Stott who got on with a walk, and he was over at second base stranded, and we head to the top of the second. Cardinals up 2-0 in Philadelphia. All right. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We got 206 people tuning in. I'm so happy to see you guys. Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me yesterday? Let me know if you missed me or not. If you didn't miss me, That's okay. If you did miss me, that's fine too. We're doing we're gonna see who is tuning in on Facebook tonight. I have an extra thing up. I usually keep like an extra, like 2 browsers up, but I decided not to do that tonight. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. Comment down below. How'd you guys tune into the game last night, or did you tune into the game at all last night? What I actually did was I drove back today. Okay, if you haven't heard about this, well, MLB, and I'm not trying to steer people away from our channel, of course, but I will say that MLB.com at bat is an app that is offered by Major League Baseball, and it's really cool because not only can you like tune into the games like on every single like radio station that for each team on the app, it's only $30 a year. Okay, that's like, if you do the math correctly, that's like $2.99 or something like that per month. That's like less than that. But anyhow, I listened to the Phillies game today on the way home. I didn't want to tune into sports last night. I locked it all up, and I wanted to just make sure that I enjoyed the day. And on my 2-hour and 15-minute trip home, I went onto the MLB.com at bat app, and I listened to the game. It was archived, and it was really cool to be able to do that. Well, Damon had a better experience. He was at the game last night. That's really cool. That's great. Eddie says that he has the Cardinals over 4 runs. That's awesome, man. The ball's 1 strike. Matt Carpenter is hitless against Walker in 9 at-bats lifetime, and the pitch, he pops it up over towards shallow center field, and Stott backpedals, and he'll make the snatch for the first out. Carpenter ended up in the first game of the series, he went 0 for 3. And here comes Herrera, and he takes a strike all the way. He was a pinch hitter in last night's game and just went 0 for 1. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 is a sweeper that just misses, barely outside. The 1-1 delivery, and that's fouled over towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. They have a win probability just above the scorer bug, they call it, on ESPN. And the splitter is taken low and outside to make the count even at 2-2. And it says that the Cardinals have a 58% chance of winning, and the Phillies have a 42% chance of winning. But I've always wondered how they do these calculations. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field, and Marsh won't get to it. It goes all the way over towards the wall, and Herrera's going to jog on into second base. The throw is cut off by Stott. And there's another extra base hit allowed by Taijuan Walker as he left a hanging slider out over the middle of the plate, and Herrera able to square it up and launch it out over towards left center right by the Who But W.B. Mason sign. And that'll bring up Dylan Carlson, batting on the left side of the plate. The switch hitter will take a strike at 75 miles per hour. Herrera, well, since May 7th, he's played for Contreras and has a 307 average. The pitch, bouncing ball, hit over towards shortstop. Stott fields it, throws it over to first, and there's 2 away. However, Herrera does advance over to third base. There's a ground out there. I don't like the scoring games. I don't like low-scoring games. It makes me sleepy. Larry asked if I missed you guys yesterday. It's a great question. Of course. Of course. There's a curveball that misses outside for a ball. Oh, it's actually, excuse me, called a strike. I'm surprised. 0-1. And the pitch. That misses inside. Michael Ciani up in the batter's box for the Cardinals with a .210 average, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in, and a .542 OPS. The pitch on the way. Fly ball drifting out over towards left field. Marsh has to go back just in front of the warning track, and he's there to make the grab. And the side is retired. No runs. A double to Ivan Herrera. That was allowed by Walker, and that's it. And we head to the bottom of the second at Citizens Bank Park, 2-0 St. Louis. All right. I don't know why the Ninja Chat is like on and off. It's weird. But what I'll do, I can't display your chats now, unfortunately. And I like doing that. There's nothing I can do about it, too. I can't, like, find another app that's out there from OBS that can do that. I don't like low-scoring games. It makes me sleepy. Win probability is stupid. Cardinals 58% right now. If the Phillies score 10 runs, they go to 95%. Well, duh. Yeah, well, I don't know how they calculate these things because obviously each team is different. So if it was like a standard game where you didn't have advanced stats or just even stats on teams, like how does that, it leads into a bigger question, but how does that persuade betting? You know what I mean? Like how much of an impact does that have on each betting book? You know, because each book is different. So I think I just asked a tough question. 180 people on here, only 54 likes. Come on, people. Spike that like button. That's all you got to do. Plus, you don't know who the skipper is going to pitch. That's the other thing, too. But then that changes. And I don't know. I would just be interested to figure out, like, how certain sports books figure out how they get their odds. You know what I mean? All right, well, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Phillies are down 2-0 thanks to a 2-run home run hit by Nolan Gorman in the top of the first inning. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you all so much for being here. We got 182 people tuning in. I mean, 6 of you are probably tuning in on Facebook, and the pitch to Marsh, and that's fouled away. Marsh up to bat for the Phils. Ended up going 1 for 2 in last night's game. Had an RBI single to give the Phillies a 4-1 lead. That was back in the third inning. The pitch, taken all the way for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Lynn on the bump for the Cardinals. And the windup and the pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. Marsh's average is at .264. With 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. The 2-1 outside. Three balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Lynn comes set at the letters, winds up and fires, and it's dribbled foul over towards the first base side. And the count is now full at 3-2. Printed out some papers tonight. Let's see how this goes. This might make life a little bit easier. The pitch outside for ball 4. And Marsh gets on with a leadoff walk. That's the second walk allowed today by Lance Lynn. He walked Stott in the first after Schwarber struck out. All right, tying run coming up. And Nick Castellanos is the guy that is due up for the Phils. And the pitch, fly ball hit out over towards right field. It is drifting foul, and it just goes out of play. It hit the rail out in the right field corner and bounced right back onto the field. I've never seen that happen before. I mean, he just got it right on the rail and just came back onto the field. I've never seen that happen in this ballpark before. The ball is one strike in the pitch. Ground ball hit over to second base. This should be two. The flip over the shortstop. There's one, and Lynn bobbled it. Wow. He bobbled it, and Castellanos is going to be safe. Marsh is still staying over at second because they don't really know if Wynn had full possession of it by the time he caught the flip from Nolan Gorman. And I want to see on the replay here. He had it. Now, did he touch the bag? Nope, he didn't touch it. The ball came out literally before he touched the bag, and so everybody should be safe, and the Phillies should challenge this. Let's see again. Yep, he didn't have it. He didn't have full possession. He was getting it into his throwing arm by the time he touched the bag, and Marsh should be safe over at second base, and the Phillies have something cooking here. Charge. Huh. Phillies are challenging this. The call on the field is out at second base. Regardless, it's going to be an error by Mason Wynn because he bobbled it. But let's see. Jeremy Riggs has the earpiece on. So does Adrian Johnson. This is officially a challenge by Philadelphia. And, well, Jeremy Riggs with the mic takes the earpiece off, and Marsh is safe, baby. He didn't have full possession of the baseball by the time that he just tapped the bag. All right. Well, that's going to go down as a fielder's choice and an error. An E6 on Mason Wynn. He's been pretty good defensively. So it is just an E6. And Whit Merrifield is up to bat in the pitch, and that misses outside for ball one. All right, one ball, no strikes. I don't know why the volume's a little bit lower on the output. Maybe that's something I have to fix. The 1-0, that misses inside for ball two. So Merrifield playing over at second base because Cody Clemens was a late scratch because he had back spasms. Merrifield a lifetime against Lynn. He's 5 for 28. That's good for a 179 average. 2-0 pitch. It was inside, and he chops it foul. 10 strikeouts during those at-bats. But an user will take it. We will absolutely take it, my guy. 2 balls, 1 strike to Whit Merrifield. Casty at first and Marsh at second. And the 2-1 pops this one up out over towards the first base side. Infield fly rule is applied, and Goldschmidt is there to make the grab. And the first out of the inning is made. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We need 17 more subs if we want us to get to 2,700. Let's do it. All right, Stubbs at the plate. Just 2 RBI on the season and a 170 batting average. And the pitch to Garrett, and he takes it all the way for strike one. It was a four-seamer just on the outside edge of the plate. Yes, sir. Lynn with 7 first-strike pitches so far to all the Phillies that he's faced. Nothing in 1 is the count. And the 0-1 is high and away for a ball. Lynn is now 37 years old. 1 ball, 1 strike to Garrett Stubbs with the white and red batting gloves, and the 1-1 is lifted foul towards the third base side, and it goes out of play. So he's 37 years old. And he's from Marion, Indiana. Has a 2-3 record this year with 53 strikeouts and a 3.45 earned run average. The 1-2 way up high. That was a foot above the strike zone, and the count is even at 2 apiece. Phillies, by the way, this year are 18-3 in night games at home. 38 total pitches, 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-2. A good at-bat here by Stubbs as he fouls off another one. Lynn played against the Cincinnati Reds in his last outing. That was on Monday. Went 6 strong innings, allowed just 1 run, 1 earned run, I should say, 3 runs on 5 hits and 5 strikeouts. The next pitch, just inside. Great eye by Garrett Stubbs. Lynn has thrown 19,666 fastballs, according to StatCast. Entering into tonight, the 3-2 on the way to Stubbs. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. So Marsh is going to come on in to score. Castellanos goes over to third, and it's an RBI double by Garrett Stubbs. And finally, the Phillies get on the board. The 3rd run batted in on the season for Garrett Stubbs, and he knew as soon as it was hit that it was going to go over towards the alleyway. And he does a little dance over at second base as he celebrates and looks back at the dugout. And Kyle Schwarber's coming up Johan Rojas is coming up to bat as we have time called on the mound. It looks like Dusty Blake, the pitching coach for the Cardinals, is going to go on out there to try to gather everybody on the mound, including all the infielders, and Herrera, the catcher. Man, he just scorched that thing out to right center field. There was no chance that Carlson or Ciani was going to be able to get over to it. And another sold-out crowd at the bank. Everybody standing up. And not an empty seat in the house. Maybe a couple. So that's an RBI double by Stubbs. And Rojas comes on up to the plate. Everybody does go back over to their spots. Rojas has been very good this year with runners in scoring position. Scott Fransky talked about that last night, that he's batting over 300 this year with runners in scoring position. 2 homers, 17 RBI, and a .223 total batting average. Base hit gives the Phillies the lead and the pitch, and that's fouled back towards the screen. Last time Lance Lynn went up against the Phillies, it was on April 18th of last year. He just lasted 5 1/3, and he allowed 10 hits, 5 earned runs, and 3 walks allowed. The pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop. This will get a run home. The flip over to first is in time, and the Phillies tie the game 2-2 on an RBI ground out by Johan Rojas, his 18th run batted in on the season. And we have a brand new ball game at the bank. Going over to third base is Stubbs. Castellanos scores. And now we head back to the top of the order. Kyle Schwarber is going to come on up. That was a productive out there, and the Phillies will certainly take that. That does not count as an earned run allowed by Lynn. The pitch to Schwarber, and he swings and misses. Sort of did a half swing. Was right down the middle. Don't know what he was looking for. Struck out in the first. His average now at 238. And the 0-1 to Kyle. That misses high. 250 people tuning in over on these YouTube airways, baby. Let's go. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. The 1-1 pitch, and that looked like it was a little bit outside, but Jeremy Riggs says it's a strike, and Schwarber does shake his head. 1-2 is the count to Schwarber. Phillies looking to take the lead. Stott in the on-deck circle. By the way, that was the last time Lance Lynn allowed 10 earned runs, and that was against the Phillies in April of last year. And the 1-2 that misses inside and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Lynn approaching 50 pitches. He's just 3 shy away from that pitch count. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for the second time today. And the inning comes to an end. However, the Phillies tie it back on an RBI double by Garrett Stubbs and an RBI ground out by Johan Rojas. It's 2-2 as we head to the top of the third at Citizens Bank Park. The Schwarber know it's June. Yes, sir. Loving the stream, JJ. Keep up the great work. The Crimson Comet. What's up, baby? What's up, Crimson Comet? I appreciate you for coming on here. If you guys want to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so by hitting that super chat button down below. JJ, my guy, about to go on my little vacation to Wildwood for a couple of days. Love listening to you. Well, I love having you on here, man. I appreciate that. National TV tonight. and and you throw this guy out to pitch. Well, who else do they have, my guy? They had to go to Spencer Turnbull last night. And hopefully Ranger's okay. I haven't heard any updates. But yes. How do I feel about Angel Hernandez retiring? Well, if you watch my YouTube short, you would know. So go watch that. I did the YouTube short. I don't want to spoil anything. And let's bring this back up. But that bobble by Mason Wynn really did cost the Cardinals there. The fact that he bobbled that ground ball, and even by the time he touched second base to try to get Marsh out, didn't have full possession of it. So it wasn't that he just didn't even, it wasn't that he bobbled it, to try to get the runner out over at first. Bobbled it when he even tried to tag the bag. That was big. How about that bullpen last night? That bullpen was pretty good, man. All right. What's going on, everybody? All right. Well, we head to the top of the third inning. And the pitch misses low and away for a ball. Eddie says, I'm waiting for game 1 of the finals. I'm waiting for the Stars and the Oilers to play tonight. I have that to look forward to before the finals. There's a sweeper that misses outside for a ball. Walker's still out there on the mound. He now has a total of 30 pitches. 28 coming into this inning. The 2-0 delivery. That's downstairs. Let's get to 100 likes. 3-0 pitch, and that's on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Wynn is up to bat. He's looking for a chance of redemption here, as he'll get on with a 5-pitch walk. So there's a walk there, allowed by Walker. His first walk allowed tonight. Stott has the earpiece on talking to Carl Ravitch, who's calling the Sunday night baseball game on ESPN. The pitch to Burleson, and he lays it off. It was a curveball that just missed outside. The Oilers and the Stars will be playing in Game 6 tonight of the Western Conference Finals in the NHL. The pitch, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I want Dallas to win. I really do. Throw back to first by Walker, not in time. I just want to see Dallas in the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals. That's all I want to see. I just want to see it. You know? 1-1 is the count. The pitch. Wide again. 2 balls, 1 strike. 36 pitches by Walker, and the next one, swing and a miss. That sweeper looked really filthy. It was probably the best pitch that he's thrown tonight. Burleson got robbed on a hit his last time up, as he lined out to center, and Rojas made the diving catch. Next pitch, and that misses for ball 3. That's not the Cowboys, though. That's just the Mavericks and the Stars. There's a difference. Here comes the payoff pitch by Walker. Well, before that, there was a throwback over to first, and it's not in time. I don't know why, but Walker, he's been making quick moves over to first, but the throws have just been a little bit off. And they've caught Bryce Harper a little off guard. Oh, yes, there is. There is a difference. 3-2 on the way, in the air, hit out to deep right field, and that thing is scorched, and it's gone. It hit off the top of the scoreboard out in right field. It was a hanging changeup, and Burleson gets his 6th homer of the season, and the Cardinals retake the lead 4-2 in the top of the 3rd. Man, oh man. That thing got out in a hurry and hit the electronic scoreboard out in right field near the second deck. Boy, oh boy. Walker's really struggled in his last 3 outings. And the pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Goldschmidt struck out in the first. 1 ball, no strikes, and Walker can't find the strike zone so far in this at-bat as he misses again inside for ball 2. Here comes Negadelphia in the comments. The 2-0 pitch, and that's missed low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes, and the next pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike. Next pitch, and that's just fouled off. Huh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 3rd. And the next pitch, strike 3 called at the knees. It looked a little low, but Walker got the call there, and he gets his 3rd strikeout on the night. Now it's Nolan Gorman who was able to take Taijuan Walker deep his first time up, and he slices that one foul. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, guys. We need 12 more subs to get us to 27 hundo. Nothing in one is the count. And the pitch by Walker is a splitter. I sound very low tonight. Is it just you guys, or is it just him? Because maybe it's the new headphones that I got. Maybe I have to adjust that. The ball's 2 strikes and the pitch, and that misses inside and low for a ball. Please let me know, man. And keep it clean in the chat, guys. I don't know what's going on, but my mods are... I trust them. 1-2, and that misses down low for a ball. He's right? Okay. Brace yourselves. All right, how about now? Is that better? Yeah, I see that we're in the yellow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And Walker gets another strikeout there, his 4th strikeout of the night. Back-to-back Ks for Walker. And Arenado's coming up to bat. All right, is that better? I think that's better. %68% of you say that Taijuan Walker should be traded. I'll get to that poll in a second. No balls, 1 strike to Nolan Arenado. All right. And the pitch, and that misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Arenado. Next pitch, swing and a miss. I mentioned this before, but Arenado is 6 for 18 coming into today against Walker. He's had 2 doubles. He has never homered off of him, though. And has only struck out twice. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that's bounced foul over towards the third base side. Walker lifetime against the Cardinals is 1-1 in 6 outings. Last time he pitched was on September 17th of 2023. And we have time called really quickly. His best outing that he had against the Cardinals was when he went 7 innings. That was when he was on the Mets. He went 7 innings and got his only win. And allowed 1 run on 1 hit. And had 8 strikeouts. His worst outing was his last time. He allowed 5 earned runs. And only had 3 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. And that's up high for a ball. We have a red, white, and blue bell at Citizens Bank Park. And the next pitch is a sweeper, and that misses outside and low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. And the next pitch is a splitter, and that misses badly wide and low for ball 4. That's now the 2nd walk allowed in this inning by Walker. And Matt Carpenter will try to get some redemption against him. He popped out the 2nd in his last at-bat. Led off the top of the 2nd inning. All right. We got 204 people tuning in on the YouTube airways. Baby, that's great. The pitch, and that misses for a ball. The 1-0 pitch that is taken at the knees for a called strike. Two outs and a runner over at first. And the 1-1 swing and a miss. That pitch was high and inside. And that'll make the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Walker gets set just above the belt and the next pitch, and that thing is hit out over towards center field. Rojas on the run, and he just makes the basket catch, or close to it, for out number 3. It was hit pretty sharply, and the Phillies finally get out of the inning, but the Cardinals get 2 runs back on a bomb hit by Burleson. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd at the bank. All right. All right. So 67% of you say that Taijuan Walker should be traded. Okay. 67% of you. That's a lot of people. I didn't expect that. I expected it to be more so split. I did. I expected it to be sort of half and half. But 67% is a lot. That really is a lot. Somebody said that he's the Tobias Harris of the Phillies. I'm going to make the argument and say that that is incorrect because Tobias Harris, that was about work ethic. To say that Taijuan Walker doesn't try on the mound, I think that that's a little bit too extreme. Is he struggling over these last 3 outings? Yes. He's not at a good day today. I'm with you there. But I think that some people are at the fact where they're a little bit upset because Spencer Turnbull was taken out of his job. I think that with the fan base, especially what I've heard on WIP and what I've heard from other people on other streams, there have been a lot of people that have been upset about that, and I can understand because Turnbull was doing a good job. I don't know if that was sustainable, but you go with a guy based on reputation. But now, it is clear that he's struggling. Okay? What do you do? Does getting rid of Taijuan Walker really fix anything? Does it really? Phillies need to get rid of Walker before the playoffs. He's not had a good year. I agree with that. If we lose the division at the end of the season by the 3 game marks, it's all because of Taijuan Walker. Walker has lost for us. Well, that you kind of have to disagree with because he is actually 3-1 coming into today. So statistically speaking, that's not correct. I'm just saying statistically speaking. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. We may need some depth down the stretch unless there's someone better. Yeah, I'd be open to exploring it. The 1-1 is popped up and hit out over towards shallow left field. Lynn is on the run, and he's there to make the grab. Our pitching staff is not the problem this year. Okay. So, this is... okay. 3-1 with a 5.5 ERA. Walker is proof that you can have a winning record and still stink. Like Tobias Harris, who scored 17 points per game, and proof someone can average 17 points and still stink. But that was work ethic. That was effort. There's a difference between effort, a lack of effort, and just failing. The pitch, swing and a miss. I can't go that route and say that he's Tobias Harris. I couldn't even say that Nick Castellanos was Tobias Harris. Because, again, it was work ethic. Not working on the glass. Castellanos, to his credit, is a good fielder. The 1-2. That's popped foul, and it goes out of play. And that fan is celebrating for catching a souvenir, and that's Bryce Harper's foul ball. Lynn on the bump, and the 1-2. The miss is low for ball 2. Harper from March to April was just hitting 230. And from May to June, he's batting over 330. 2-2 on the way. Line drive caught at second by Gorman. And Harper was just hit off the bat at 87.5 miles per hour. Just in the wrong spot, though. Eddie, they just scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second. We're in the bottom of the third. Pitch to Bohm, and that's fouled away. Bohm's 0 for 1. He's looking to get his 50th RBI. The only way to do that now is just to hit a solo home run. The pitch, way up high and inside for a ball. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. Lynn, the second time that he faces the batting order, hitters are hitting 178 against him. And the pitch, ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Wynn fields it on a couple of bounces, throws it over to first. And the inning comes to an end. So the Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. And we head to the top of the fourth. Phillies down 4-2 against the Cardinals. I still like watching JJ's coverage, even when we disagree about players and such. That's baseball. Yeah, see, I'm not the... And for those of you that are new to the channel, first of all, my name is Jason. I go by JJ on here. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. We try to cover almost every single game during a 162 stretch, and then 81 and a 17-game stretch for the other teams too. But I'm a fan of not being a yes man. I know other people that like to agree on certain things or like to always agree on things and find things that they have in common with people. I like finding things that I have in common with people, but I also like disagreeing too. Because if our world was filled with just yes people, life would be boring. And I think that what makes sports talk radio and even just sports talk in general stay relevant is by disagreeing with people. And even on a broadcast, when it comes to storytelling, I feel like sometimes we can have a disagreement. You know? That's what I like. I love that. I think that's cool. You know? Hello, everyone from CBP. D is there. D's at the game. What's up, D? How you doing? JJ, that's how we know you're from South Jersey and not Philly proper. Why? Because everybody from Philly likes to agree? Is that what you're saying? Andrew Painter being healthy right now would be really nice. I agree with that. Yeah, we don't have to agree on everything. If anything, the number 5 pitcher is the biggest issue. That's kind of a good issue. It is a good issue. That's exactly it. Yes. Yes. That is a good issue. Oh, boy. All right, top of the fourth. The Cardinals had 6 batters come on up in the top of the third. Walker back out there for his 4th frame, and he throws a curveball that's on the inside corner for a called strike. And the 0-1 misses inside and low for a ball. We have 3 other games going on right now, it looks like. Unless I have to update this, which I may have to do. Nope, that's it. Every other game finished. Okay, so I stand corrected. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Should have just refreshed the page first. Come on, JJ, you know better. The Dodgers just shut out the Rockies 4-0. That was one of the games. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ivan Herrera. And the pitch is fouled away. The Yankees did beat the Giants by a score of 7-5. The Giants were down 5-3. Or were up 5-3 heading into the top of the 8th. And Camilo Duvall blew a save and got the loss. He allowed 4 runs in the 9th against the Yankees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is inside and low for a ball. Soto hit a home run. Volpe actually had a triple. And then Stanton had a ground rule double. And the Yankees just swept the Giants. Next pitch, and that's fouled away. That means that the Yankees are now 42-19 on the season. 3-2 on the way. Bouncing ball, hit over to shortstop. Stott has to get it, fires it over to first, and there's the first out of the inning. Good job by Stott. So because the Yankees won today, that puts them above the Phillies in the win column. They're now 42-19. And the Phillies, if they win, they would be 42-18, which would make them half a game above the Yankees. The ball is 1 strike. Carlson up to bat on the left side, and the sweeper is swung on and missed for strike 2. Michael Ciani waits in the on-deck circle. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. We need 12 more of you to do that if we want to get to 2,700. And the next pitch, and that misses inside for a ball. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, hit the super chat button down below, man. We go live for a lot of Phillies games and try to give you guys the best sort of play-by-play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walker gets set just above the belt, and the next pitch, and that's skied out over towards left field. Marsh comes walking in, and will take about 5 steps or so towards the plate and grab the second out of the inning. Walker has retired 5 out of the last 6 batters that he has faced. However, he has allowed 4 hits. 2 of them were homers. 2-run homers, I should say. 2 outs, and the pitch. Good curveball thrown in there for a strike. Right down the middle. Ciani batting .208 with just a homer and 6 runs batted in. The pitch. High and inside for a ball. Walker trying to agree on a sign here by Stubbs, and the 1-1 is grounded into right field for a base hit. So there's a 2-out single in the top of the 4th from Michael Ciani. So that's now his 23rd hit on the season. The pitch. And that's outside and low for ball 1. So we head back to the top of the order. Mason Wynn, who was singled, walked, and scored 2 runs today, is up to bat. Ciani leads off over at first, and the 1-0 in there for strike 1. The Cardinals are 7.5 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers, who will come to town tomorrow and play against the Phillies all the way till Wednesday. Rhys Hoskins will be returning to Philadelphia in a Brewers uniform. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. Wynn did call for time for a quick second. Ciani can fly. He's over at first. He's 6 for 8 on the base pads this year. And the 1-2 on the way. Line drive, diving stop, or a diving catch, I should say, by Stott. And the inning comes to an end. So Stott able to make a nice catch over at short. And he gets a pat on the back from Alec Boehm. And we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Nice play by Bryson Stott. Sometimes you just can't tell when they cut to it so quickly if he made the catch or not. But he did. And the inning comes to an end. All right. I think the 5.5 ERA is what we have grown to dislike about Walker. It's that, but it's also the fact that he was the one that came back and had to replace Spencer Turnbull. That's what it is. That's the problem. Walker keeps getting his butt saved on our defense. Okay. And user, I want you to say that when Zach Wheeler pitches. I want you to say that when Christopher Sanchez pitches too, and he allows a hard hit and it's caught. Oh, well, he got his butt saved on that play. That's baseball. I just want you to say that. Keep it fair on both sides. Yeah, Yohan Rojas made a nice diving catch today. But Wheeler the other day got hit. There were about 3 nice defensive catches that I can remember that were against Zach Wheeler. So, Rojas had 2. No, he had 1. There was one that was lined to him, but there was one that was a really nice catch. That's true. That's true, Jim. I appreciate that. That running scoop catch, too. Yeah, I agree. Huh. Wow. That was right at him, but yeah, I guess that's true too. Taijuan Walker reminds me of Adam Eaton and Kevin Millwood. That's interesting. When they played for the Phillies, you have to ride with it. Walker, he is a contact ground ball pitcher. When he is on, he's on. And he hasn't been on over the last 3 outings. Brandon Marsh up to bat, and he takes a strike at the knees. And there's a sinker thrown by Lance Lynn, and he misses outside for a ball. If we have people tuning in on Facebook, want to make sure that you guys remember to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Next pitch to Marsh. Line drive hit over to left field, and that's caught by Burleson for out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. How many? Did we get to 100 likes yet? If we haven't done so, we got to get to that mark, guys. We have 220 people on here. We did. We got to 108. Let's go, baby. All right, the pitch, and that's taken in there for a strike. All right, we're in the bottom of the 4th, 1 out, and Castellanos up to bat, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. Lynn today so far, his line was pitched 3 1/3. Hasn't allowed an earned run yet. He's allowed 2 runs, though, on 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. The 0-2 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. And I forgot that both of those runs weren't earned because Mason Wynn, not only did he not get the runner out over at first, it was supposed to be a 6-3, no, it was supposed to be a 4-6-3 double play. He didn't get the run out over at second. And the pitch, and that's fouled back. We'll do it again. One ball, 2 strikes. And the delivery in the dirt. Nick Castellanos has a 281 average against the Cardinals with 59 hits and 33 RBI. And the pitch in the air hit out over towards center field. On the run to make the catch is Ciani. That was hit about 105 miles per hour off the bat. And Castellanos hit it sharply just right at the center fielder. And up to bat is Whit Merrifield. 2 outs, bases empty. Phillies are 41-18. They are first in the NL East. And first in the National League. The pitch in there for a strike. Merrifield now 35 years old. Started off his career with the Kansas City Royals. And the 0-1 is fouled off over towards the right field side. Played with the Royals from 2016 to 2022. That was the year after they won the World Series against the Mets. And then he was on the Blue Jays from 2022 to 2023. And this year he's playing for the Phillies. 1 ball and 2 strikes. His last hit, by the way, was his 1,200th career hit. Lance Lynn looking to try to get out of the 4th. And the pitch is low and outside for ball 2. He's a 3-time All-Star and also a 3-time American League stolen base leader. Graduated from Davie County High School in Mocksville, North Carolina. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, and Merrifield strikes out, and the inning comes to an end. So Lance Lynn has retired the last 7 batters that he has faced, and we head now to the top of the 5th inning. Cardinals lead it 4-2. Davie County High School. Interesting. That's where Caleb Martin and Cody Martin went. Those are like the only 2 other notable athletes. And then there's Chris Reynolds, who was a CFL football quarterback. He's from Flemington, New Jersey, too, huh? That's interesting. All right. So we head now to the top of the 5th. And again, if you are tuning in on Facebook or on any other social media platform, welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Follow me on all the social media platforms by clicking on the link tree down below as well. We have 230 people watching on YouTube, all right? I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. The whole backstory in about 35 seconds, you can time me, is that I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I graduated from Rowan University in 2022, called games for minor league baseball and for NBA G League basketball, too, when I was in college. And I wanted to start this channel after I graduated from college while I was interning at NFL Films. And, well, 18 months later, this is where we're at. So it's made a monster out of me. I think that was over 35 seconds, but close enough. Close enough. Why are the Phillies playing so non-aggressive? I don't know. It's still early, man. Why is everybody complaining? I'm not saying it's just you too, Tyler. Because that is like a legitimate thing. I don't know why they haven't really been scoring a lot today. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and Rojas is there to make the catch, and Burleson just inches of getting his 2nd homer on the day. Decided to go the opposite way. And Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. Ollie Marmol's getting interviewed by Buster Olney. The pitch, a curveball that's in there for a strike. Nothing in one is the count. And the pitch, it's at 91 miles per hour at the knees for strike 2. Great question, Larry. The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And Walker gets another strikeout, his 5th strikeout tonight. He's able to get the second out recorded. And if anybody is donating tonight and I missed it, I apologize about that, guys. Please let me know if you did leave a super chat down below, or even if you did it earlier. There's Nolan Gorman, who had a 2-run homer in the top of the first, and the pitch is taken. It's a little bit high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Very quickly here. Walker gets set. Kicks, deals. And it's inside for ball 3. Phillies had another sold-out crowd last night. I don't really think that surprises anybody. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike on the outside edge of the plate. Painted perfectly on the corner. Gorman batting on the left side of the plate with the bat just above his shoulder. And the next pitch in there for strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The 90th pitch coming right on up. Gorman is second amongst all second basemen in home runs, just behind Ketel Marte. And the next pitch inside and low. And there's a 2-out walk to Nolan Gorman, and that's the second time he's gotten on base today. And I believe that that's now the 4th walk allowed. No, it's the 3rd walk allowed by Taijuan Walker. Now it's Nolan Arenado's turn to come on up. And the pitch is sliced foul towards the third base area. Arenado has had 257 total at-bats against the Phillies throughout his career. And during that time, he has scored 24 runs and has knocked in 36 runs. One ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, grounder hit over to third, backhanded by Bohm. The flip over to first. What a play by Bohm! Beautiful dig and just a great throw across the diamond by Bohm. And Arenado grounds out to his counterpart. And he shakes his head as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 man left. And the Phillies are down by 2. But what a great play by the third baseman, Bohm. All right. Please translate this on offense now, Philly. Arenado, I noticed, if you didn't know, Arenado, before last night, he was hitless in 3 games against the Phillies. I'm trying to see what his best day was against Philadelphia. He's had 1 time throughout his career where he had 4 hits. And that was on July 1st of 2022. And that was the only time that he had 4 hits. Is that the only time? Yeah. July 1st of 2022. Steve's here. What's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Steve, man. Thank you all so much for being here. As we go to the bottom of the fifth, guys, I want to ask you guys a question. Okay, so I'm always looking to have a better and more enhanced vocabulary. So I'm going to shout out a couple of baseball terms, and I want to see how many different ways we can say different things. Okay? I kind of wanted to try to do this exercise because I feel like I still need to vary more of my terms, and sometimes I just don't know how to do it. Garrett Stubbs comes up in the pitch, and there's a grounder that's hit over towards the infield, and everybody's going to be safe. There was no throw made by the second baseman, Gorman. And leadoff single to start off the bottom of the fifth. It was knocked down by Lynn, I believe. It went off his glove. They came back, and they just showed it really quickly. All right. And there's an infield single by Garrett Stubbs. He had an RBI single his last time, or an RBI double his last time up. And the next pitch, and there's a bunt laid down by Rojas. The flip over to first. The throw is high, and Rojas is safe. Herrera threw it high over to first base, and Goldschmidt's foot came off the bag, and Stubbs is in scoring position with nobody out. There we go. How about that? Charge! That throw was not even close to the bag. Wild stuff. An infield single by Stubbs. And a sac bunt, but they're going to score that as an error by the catcher. The pitch to Schwarber. Line drive hit out over to right field, and runners are going to go from station to station as the bases are juiced for Philadelphia. Let's go. All rise for Bryson Stott with the bases loaded. Charge. All right. We'll get back to the terminology stuff in the next half inning. Time is now called on the mound, so we'll do that in the next half inning. Sometimes it's just not good timing. Small ball. I swear I give every streamer's team good luck as soon as I show up. This is the inning. What's the inning? The rain is coming down now in Philadelphia. It's coming down pretty heavily. Sometimes it's hard to tell because I guess they do such a good job of cleaning all their camera lenses. All right. Bases loaded for Bryson Stott. In the bottom of the fifth inning, the Phillies are down 4-2. Lynn in a jam. And by the way, they did score the lay-down bunt by Johan Rojas as Liberatore is getting warmed up in the bullpen. They scored that as an error for now. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Actually, sorry. Stubbs, it was not an infield single. They ruled that as an error on Lynn. They overturned that. But the official scoring on Rojas's play is still pending. 1 ball, no strikes to Stott. The pitch, line drive into left field for a base hit. One run's going to come on in to score. And here comes the second runner. It's Rojas. He dives in there safely, and he rolls over as well. A brand new ball game on a 2-run single by Bryson Stott. And it's all locked in at 4 apiece. How about Bryson Stott coming through? And that's going to put runners over at first and second, and that's going to be it for Lance Lynn, as Ollie Marmol is going to pull the plug. And the runners at first and second are still his responsibility, and Liberatore is going to come on in the pitch. Hit the thumbs up button, baby. A 2-run knock, man, by Stott. That's beautiful. Love it. Love it, man. Trade Lance Lynn. All right. This is Walker's fault. Oh, man. It's just so funny, man. Well, if we're back more in the loss column, that's all a Taijuan Walker when he's really 3-1. Look. I get it. He has not had a good year. He hasn't had a good last 3 games. I'm just saying, I think it's a little bit too extreme. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. And hit the thumbs up button, man. That way you'll know when I go live. Who else is on here? Is anybody tuning in from Facebook? I literally had it on tonight, thinking that other people would tune in. And even from Twitch or anywhere else. I still think you love him. I'm not. No. I'm not in love with... No. Heck no. JJ is an optimist. I am an optimist. That is true. That is true. But I also just like to look at things half glass full, half glass empty. All right, Matthew Liberatore is going to come on in the pitch for the Cardinals. He has a 5.02 ERA, and Bryce Harper is coming up to bat. Charge! He's 0 for 2 today. Runners over at first and second. Stott at first. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and Schwarber's over at second base. Big spot here for Bryce Harper. He's looking to try to come through and give the Phillies the lead. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1, and that is in there for a strike. That was a nice pitch, but to be fair, I guess it could have gone either way. 0-2 to Harper. Is he clutch? Can he come through here? And the pitch to Bryce, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Harper as he went after the slider low and away. No spoilers in the chat. And now Bohm is coming up. That's the first out recorded in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Bohm, and he fouls the first pitch off of his front toe. So they called the Rojas play a sacrifice bunt. Rojas to first, though, on the throwing error by Herrera. So that's 2 errors in this inning by the St. Louis Cardinals. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch is outside for a ball. Walker was disappointed in that he didn't pitch in the postseason, but thanks for telling the reason. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Bohm, and the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. It's going back towards the track, and a nice catch made by Ciani. Runners are going to tag up, and Schwarber does go to third. The throw is drawn to second, and Alec Bohm almost had a hit towards the opposite way, out towards the alley, but a good defensive shift by the Cardinals and their defense. And there's 2 outs. And Brandon Marsh is coming up to bat. 8 more stubs till we get to 27 hundo. Let's go. Marsh walked in the second. Lined out to left in the fourth. His average at 263. And 26 RBI. The first pitch in there at the knees for a strike. The dude needs to come on. Yes, he does. But it's probably pretty late by him, so. Throw back over to first. It was actually a little toss by Matthew Liberatore. They say that the Cardinals have 3 errors, which is a season high, but it really should be 4. Really, it should be. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive. Smoked out to left field. It's a foul ball, though. That thing was scorched. Off the bat, that was pretty fast. And the ball girl had to get out of the way, move the stool, and show off her reaction time. Yeah, good job by her to just get out of the way quickly. The ball's 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And the next pitch, a breaking ball that's missed in the dirt. Almost got away from the catcher. And it's a 1-2 count. Liberatore is 24 years old. He's 6'4", 215 pounds, a left-handed pitcher. And the 1-2 misses wide for ball 2. He's pitched in 3 games against the Phillies this season and has only allowed 1 hit in 3 2/3 of an inning. Has walked 2 batters and has struck out 4. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third now as Stott was able to go to second base. And the 2-2 on the way is up high for ball 3. I didn't even see Bryson Stott get a jump. They didn't even throw it over there. Nothing. The count is full to Marsh. A base hit could give the Phillies 2 more runs. Big pitch coming up from Liberatore in the payoff pitch. That's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. That was a picture-perfect pitch. And Marsh down looking on strikes. The Phillies able to tie it back up, though, on a couple of errors by the Cardinals, and the Phillies able to take advantage on a 2-run opposite field single by Bryson Stott. And we head to the top of the 6th, out at the bank, all knotted up at 4 apiece. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you got to tip your cap on a good pitch. And that right there was a great pitch. That's all I got to say. That was a really good pitch. 2 runs is nice. Should have had more. Well, somebody asked, well, where was the Phillies' offense? They've scored 4 runs. What's up, Denbrew? How you doing? What's going on? All right, so let's go back to my question. So my question was, I want to get better as a broadcaster, okay? So I'm going to say different terms, okay? And your job is to come up with different ways of saying those things, okay? What's another way of saying a line drive? I was just thinking of smash, hard shot. What else? What else is a good way of saying a line drive? Because I want to get better, and I need your help. Frozen rope. I've never heard that before. A screaming liner. I've heard that. A rocket. That's a good one. I like rocket. A missile. But yeah, keep it PG, my guy. Smoked. Smoked. Yeah, I did use that one tonight. How about Thrown over to first. What's another good way of saying thrown over? A ripper. Ripped, beamed. That's a good one, too. It could be a toss over to first. I never heard of frozen rope. No. Matt Strahm is going to pitch now for the Phillies. He has a .78 ERA in the pitch, and that's taken all the way at 94 miles per hour for a strike. A soft toss. Okay. I never really heard of a hard toss, but yeah, a toss over to first. Okay. Slinged. I like slinged. Zipped is a good one. Whipped over to first. A laser. Okay. The ball's 2 strikes as Carpenter's up to bat. I'm taking notes. And I'll write this all down on the chat replay. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive caught by Harper at first base. That ball was hit on a rope, and Harper said, "Come to Papa," and it came right over to him. Now it's Herrera who's coming up to bat. One out, and we're in the top of the 6th inning. Base is empty. And the pitch is up high for a ball. Well, this is the top of the 6th inning, so I'm going to remember that it's the top of the 6th. But I do appreciate that. I have it circled. Or at least I thought I did. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch, and that's fouled away. How about another way of saying pitch? I know I say the 0-1 or the 1-2 delivery. What's another way of saying that? Yeah, you're too young to know frozen rope. I'm too young to know can of corn, but I know that one. The 1-1 is inside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Herrera, and the next pitch is sliced out of play. The offering, I like that one. The 2-1 offering, yes. Herrera doubled his last time up. Phillies are tied 4-4. We're in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ivan Herrera. And the next one is sliced out of play. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button, man. If you are tuning in on Facebook or any other platform, I appreciate you all so much for being on here. It means so much to me, guys. It truly does. 2-2 is the count. Strahm looks back at first, even though nobody's on. The windup and the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, grounded. It's a comebacker to Strahm. He fields it, throws over to first, and there's 2 gone. In the top of the 6th. What's another way of saying an out? I just said gone. 2 men down. I guess is another good way of saying that. You think you should have a 0 inning max right now? Well, 2-2 offering is a good one. Retires the batter, man down. Yep. What up, JJ? That's a good way of saying it now. What's up, Ariel? How you doing, man? What's going on, Ariel? The ball is 1 strike. Dylan Carlson up to bat on the right side. The switch hitting right fielder is hitless in 2 at-bats. The pitch is up high for a ball. To describe Walker's pitch as a pathetic underhanded lob. Oh, Harry. The 1-1, and that's fouled off. Two men retired, I could say. Two men gone, two men down. 2 outs recorded. I say that sometimes. An out is made. The 1-2 fouled back towards the screen. What's another one? One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Matt Strom is able to come through and retire the side in the top of the 6th inning. And well, he has not allowed an earned run since opening day. Then we head to the bottom of the 6th at the bank. Sent back to the dugout. That's a good one. I like that. How about a hard hit? Hammered, drilled, scorched. Oh, wait, we said hard hits. Ground ball. We got a hopper. A bouncer. Grounded. Whacked is a good one for a hard hit, too. Knocked as well is good. A dinger. A worm burner? Larry, what are you doing in the chat? Larry, what are you... A worm burner. If sharply hit. I've never heard of a worm burner. Is that an actual thing? A Barry Bonds. McNabb was the best at the one hat. A sledgehammer. It's a good one, yeah. Swung on, mashed is also another one. Smashed and mashed. Smoked, drilled, hammered, gunned. Worm burner is a real phrase. I've never heard of that either. A dribbler for a weak ground ball. There we go. I like that one. A weakling. I've never heard of somebody say a weakling hit over to third. Butterfingers. Worm burner is better used in golf. Yeah. Worm burner is common for our age. Yeah. We have excellent connection over on YouTube. And speaking of excellent, I want us to get to 8 more subscribers because that would be very excellent. Because then we'll be at 2,700 subscribers. Sarah Langs is in the booth. Oh, I love Sarah Langs. Shout out to Sarah, man. She does such a great job. There's Nick Castellanos up to bat. And he takes at the knees. It was a slider all the way for a strike. Sarah Langs, man. One ball, one strike. A tapper. A few times I watched the games in the first time to make comments. A little tap, that was Pee Wee Reese's description. Yeah. A little tap, a tapper. Yep. It's a good one. There's a slider that's taken all the way for a ball, so it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Fernandez on the hill. And the 2-1 offering. Check swing, did he go? And the first base umpire says no. Just taken outside. The 3-1 pitch. And that was low, but it's a called strike by Riggs. Strike zone may have been a little bit rigged there. Pun intended. Castellanos 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. Got on with an error, though. 3-2 on the way, and that ball is smoked over towards the third base side. Arenado's throw across the diamond, and it pulls Goldschmidt off the bag, and Castellanos beats it out. That's now the 5th error today, the 4th scoring error, technically. Arenado, honestly, wasn't really a bad play, but the throw was just off. He had to play it over towards the line. He backhanded it and threw it sidearm, sort of on the run. He probably should have just planted his feet and made the throw over to first because he had plenty of time to get Castellanos out. So forget what I said. He had time. First pitch to Witt. And that is laid off. With Merrifield 0 for 2 tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. I guess that the rain has sort of settled down. They showed that the rain was coming down. Maybe I just jinxed it. I hope not. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Witt, and that's on the outside corner. Aw. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is upstairs for ball 2. So they have Sarah Langs in the booth because it is Lou Gehrig Day when he retired, and the 2-2 pitch on the way is grounded over to shortstop. Wynn flips it over to second for 1 to throw to first, and Merrifield beats it out. So Sarah, unfortunately, got diagnosed with ALS. Years ago, she worked for MLB Network, and she did get diagnosed, and you know, she has been wheelchair bound, but she's been just an incredible person who has gone through so much, and I'm happy that she's in the booth because, you know, she really is great at what she does. The pitch to Stubbs, and that's popped up, hit out over towards shallow right field, and Carlson's there to make the catch. Of course I've watched it. Throw back over to first to try to get Merrifield is not in time. Two outs and a runner over at first base, and the pitch to Rojas is just taken a bit outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Yohan Rojas. And the pitch is taken all the way for a strike. It's so cool just seeing her smile. I'll have to listen to the whole interview. One ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is a cutter that's low and away. The 2-1. There's a high bouncer hit over to short, picked by Wynn, and everybody's going to be safe. That was a cherry bomb, just hit over the head of Arenado. Wynn backhanded it. It took a high bounce, and, well, couldn't make a throw over to first. And that's a 2-out infield single. Sarah is still beautiful. Yes, she is. On the inside and on the outside, yeah. She is. So, yeah, so she's a sports writer and a podcaster for MLB.com. And got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. Of course, that's the nickname, of course, for ALS. She she first actually, how it started was in 2019. She had they call it an unexplained limp, okay? So she was diagnosed with ALS in 2021. She revealed the diagnosis just before the 2022 MLB postseason, okay? And she was still doing MLB. She was still working hard on MLB.com and still doing podcasts and obviously doing a lot of stuff remotely. And she actually ended up running 3 half marathons while experiencing symptoms of what the doctors called, of course, ALS. But on her birthday in May of 2023, this is the cool thing about it. She launched, it's called hashtag First Bumps for ALS. Okay, Fist Bumps for ALS. Sorry, a fundraising effort. It's for Project ALS. It's sort of similar to the Ice Bucket Challenge, but in May of it was May 20th. Okay, as of May 20th of this year, the effort has raised more than $25,000 from donors, including Carl Ravitch, who's on the ESPN calling the game, Charles Barkley, and Jeff Passan, and John Sciambi as well. So, the Yankees honored her on July 4th of 2023, the anniversary of Lou Gehrig's Luckiest Man speech. And she tried on a cap worn by Lou and held his bat. And her parents threw out the first ceremonial first pitch. All right, we're in the bottom of the 6th. We had a pitching change. Romero is on the mound, and he's going to face Kyle Schwarber here, and the pitch is taken all the way for a strike. It's an 0-2 count that just came back, so it was an 0-1 count, and now it's 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. And the inning comes to an end. Romero comes on in before we can introduce him. And he strikes out Kyle Schwarber, and we head to the top of the 7th, all tied up at 4. Okay. We have 277 people that are tuning in on here. But yeah, did you guys know about Sarah? Did you know about her story? Larry says, guitarist Jason Becker has had ALS for over 30 years, writes music with just eye movement. Wow. That was Jojo Romero. Yeah. Sports is powerful, man. You know, I've always looked to sports as something that is bigger than life, but there's sort of a connection, you know? It's an escape from reality, but when there's a human aspect to it, that to me is what makes sports so unique. Like watching D. Gordon hit a home run the day after Jose Fernandez passed away. And D didn't hit any homers that year. So, you know, like when you have special moments or spiritual types of things that happen that maybe are considered serendipitous or not even just ironic, but maybe an act of God, if you will, those things are sort of really awesome. And I like that element of it, you know? That's what draws me to it. How about you guys? What draws you to sports? What draws you to sports? No, you're good, man. All right, we head to the top of the 7th inning. It's 4-4 at the bank. Tyler says the passion to win is what draws me to sports. Okay. Yeah, I like that. We're in the top of the 7th. And the pitch from Orion Kirkering, it misses low for a ball. He has a 1.40 ERA in 18 games this year. And the next pitch is a sweeper that is swung on and missed. JJ, because this channel is fun and free, that's what draws you to sports? I drew you into sports? If so, that's pretty powerful, man. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, swing and a miss by Siani. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Kirkering with another strikeout on the season. Gets his first one, though, today, and that was pretty huge. He was able to strike out Siani. It was 9-1 and 2 that were supposed to come up in the 7th inning. And hitter number 9 strikes out. The human drama of athletic competition, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. That's what draws Larry into it. The pitch, and that's fouled off. A break from reality, says Dr. MP. Sports unite people together, says Jason. Mason wins the 2nd rookie since 2011 with a .300 batting average. The ball's 2 strikes as the next pitcher was taken in there for a strike. Can I show you the game? The ball's 2 strikes and the next pitch is fouled away. If you want me to get copyright strikes, sure. I don't want to get a copyright strike. That's why I do a radio play-by-play. 0-2 is the count and the pitch, and that's fouled away. I wish Thompson would stop with the 1 inning per pitcher, says Robert. Relive my childhood now that my children are grown. Or relive my childhood. That's why you like sports. It's cool. 0-2 pitch. Swinging the hopper, hit over to third base. Bohm gathers himself, charges it over to first. And the second out is made. There's nothing like witnessing unity. I agree with that. I agree with that statement there. Next pitch to Burleson is taken for a strike. Well, honestly, you can say that sports betting has gotten you into sports too. That is a thing, you know? My bookie has become more popular. The pitch, check swing, did he go? And Burleson did not, according to Doug Eddings. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch, and that's fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is inside and low to make the count now 2-2. Also the struggle story and grind of how you can make it if you believe in yourself. I like that. Next pitch is fouled away. I like the fact that when it comes to these types of things that you get to bond with certain people. You know, there's things that you don't really see like that are in real life, like when you just cheer or you have a special moment, you know. Next pitch is fouled off. And Burleson's going to step out of the box. Two balls, 2 strikes. Orion Kirkland gets set just at the belt, and the 2-2 on the way. Bouncing ball hit over towards the right side. Merrifield has it, lobs it over to first. And the third out is recorded as we head to the bottom of the seventh. It is stretch time at Citizens Bank Park. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the order when the Phillies return to action. Okay. Where did it go? What did I do with it? All right, it's over there. Thanks, JJ, for doing these games. I got you, man. I got you. All right, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get the answer right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. Today is June 2nd. Okay. So today, the Phillies are playing the Cardinals. The Phillies played the Cardinals in 1956. And this player on the Phillies went 5 for 5. Which player was it in 1956 on this day? Richie Ashburn. Good job. Now also, what was the score of that game? See, there's two parts to my trivia sometimes. Chris Wheeler. No, it's not Chris Wheeler. What was the score of that game that he ended up going 5 for 5 in? Now that we got that correct. Anybody know the score? Just guess. Fire away. Fire away. 6-0. Nope. It was not 6-0. 10-0. 15-0. No. 6-4. Incorrect. Multiple choice is easier, but that takes the fun away. That takes the fun away, and we have so many people on here, so the fact that we have 273 people on here watching and only 7 comments. I know that not everybody's near their phone, but this should be like boom, 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 boom. 1-0. What was the score of Richie Ashburn's 5-hit game back in 1956 on this day? 3-4. No. 99-1. Any more guesses? 7-6. All incorrect. Incorrect. 11-9. All right, I'll give 2 more. 2 more guesses. 11-2. No. 3-1. All right, 9-7. All right. The final score was 9-3. The hot corner got it. He just got it. It was 9-3. I bet you that he did guess that. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations, man. So it was Larry and it was Jeff that both got the first part of the trivia question correct. And then the second part of the trivia went to the hot corner. You squeaked it in there. You did. You did. Congratulations, man. So the Phillies won 9-3 on that day when Richie Ashburn went 5 for 5. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryson Stott. Jojo Romero on the mound, and the next pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. The Cardinals today have went to a total of 4 pitchers so far. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. That was 1956. One ball, 2 strikes. Stott against lefties this year is hitting .265. And the 1-2 misses low and outside. Batting about .230, though, against right-handed pitching. Two balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Romero on the bump, and the next pitch, and that skips away from the catcher. Regardless, it's laid off by Bryson. Three balls, 2 strikes. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 200 likes in the chat, baby. Come on. Let's do it. The count is full to Stott. Hit a 2-run single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. And the 3-2 pitch out of play as it's sliced foul. Sunday night games are nice for a captive audience. Absolutely, Steve. And by the way, Steve, drop that link down below. Stop what you're doing and drop that link, man, because this guy does an incredible job. 3-2 on the way to Stott. In the air, hit out over towards shallow left field. And making the catch out and left is Burleson for out number 1. Wasn't really hit too sharply. And Stott just yelled, "Darn it," as there's 1 out. Oh, yes, you are correct. It was June 3rd. Oops, you were right. Good job. Good job. Good job, Robert. You were correct. It was June 3rd. I don't know why it had the wrong date on there, but it did, and I should have checked that. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. How'd you know it was June 3rd, though? That is correct. But how did you know? You looked it up. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Harper strikes out. That's nothing bad. I was just curious. Thank God for Google. That's how you found out. I was going to say, like, were you there to see that? Chat GPT, probably. That's true. Orioles Birdwatcher, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He covers the Baltimore Orioles and does pretty much what we do on here. It's hard to find, like, actual play-by-play announcers on here, so he does a great job. Next pitch, and there's a bouncer hit over to third. And boom, it's going to ground out to Arenado to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. We head to the top of the 8th. 4-4 is the score at the bank. Hit the thumbs up button. We need 7 more subs. 7 more subs to get to 7 or 2,700. 7 more to 2,700. And if you guys want to hit the thumbs up button, if you guys want to hit the subscribe button as well, and if you want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do all those things, man. You're more than welcome to do all those things. Ariel. Richie Ashburn did not hit for the cycle on his 5-for-5 day. No. Ended up having 2 doubles. And it was right. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day. I don't know why it came up today, but it did. It was weird. Maybe because nothing happened on this day. Curtis! What's up, Curtis? How you doing? Curtis, you're being very courteous. I appreciate that very, very much. I do. And if you guys just subscribe to my channel, please make sure that you comment who you are down below. Amazing how quickly the Braves have dropped off after losing their pitcher. You mean after losing Ronald Acuna Jr.? Because after they lost Strider, they were still doing pretty good. 2 subs away from 27 hundo. Let's go. Charge. Good stuff. Didn't they lose their top pitcher as well? Yeah, they lost Spencer Strider. Yeah, they did, but they were still doing pretty good, even when he went down. But yeah, they lost him. It's a big loss. Here's Paul Goldschmidt and the pitch. Line drive. Hit out to left field for a base hit. And Goldschmidt gets on with a leadoff single as we start off the top of the 8th inning. It was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball thrown right down Broadway by Jeff Hoffman. So he's in there to pitch the 8th inning. That's because there's a lot of righties up in this part of the order, and I can understand that. Gorman, though, batting on the left side. Tries to show bunt at the first pitch, takes it back, but it's a strike anyways. Gorman with a .220 average, had a 2-run homer off of Taijuan Walker, and also walked against Walker as well. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Nice slider thrown by Hoffman, and it's an 0-2 count. Hoffman has a 1.09 ERA. And you would think that that's really solid. That's not even the best on the team. The ball's 2 strikes. Hoffman gets the signs from Stubbs. And the 0-2 delivery. In there for strike 3. On the top tier of the zone. And there's a strikeout by Jeff. That splitter was filthy. And he froze Gorman. Riggs was like, that's a strike. And here comes Nolan Arenado. Arenado takes it low at 97 on the 4-seamer. Nolan's 0 for 2 with a walk. And Arenado, lifetime against Hoffman, is 2 for 8 with a double. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Good slider thrown. Goldschmidt, coming into that at-bat, he was 6 for 19 against Hoffman. So now he's 7 for 20. And the pitch. And that nearly hit Nolan Arenado near the top of the helmet. Oof. It was up high and inside. Up and in. That's a good way to say it. 2-1 pitch. And that sails down for ball 3. Gamer Boy, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very, very much. I might not be subbed on my other account, says Orioles Birdwatcher. Was that your other account? I didn't know you had 2 accounts. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out to left field for a base hit, and stopping over at second base is Goldie. And, well, 2 runners are aboard. It's Goldschmidt and Arenado. And now Matt Carpenter is coming up to bat. And he got a pitch just in his wheelhouse, and Arenado able to get his 3rd lifetime hit off of Jeff Hoffman. There we go. We did it, baby. Let's go. Woo! Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. Y'all are the best, man. I love y'all. The pitch way outside for ball 1. So who did it? Who did it? Who was the 27 hundo subscriber? 1 ball, no strikes. To Matt Carpenter. 2 runners on, 1 out, the pitch. Strike called. They said that Carpenter did go around on the appeal. Thank y'all so much, man. Mwah! 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next one, there's a grounder hit over to first base. Harper's going to look over at second, but he'll jog on over to first. And the runners from first and second do advance, but there are 2 outs now. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. And Carpenter grounds out. And Ivan Herrera is due up to bat. This would be huge. The pitch, Nets taken down low. Stubbs has been doing a really good job behind the plate tonight. Ivan Herrera, 1 for 3, with a double on the evening. And the 1-0 pitch, and that's skied out towards center field. Rojas tracks it down, backpedals towards the track, and makes the grab. Hoffman gets out of the jam. He leaves 2 runners in scoring position and gets a standing ovation from the fans. Another sold-out crowd at the bank. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies looking to go out in front. How about that, man? That was huge. What did Snooter say? I wanted to read Snooter's comment. I saw that JJ, you've grown so much ever since the start of baseball season. I was there when you got 2K, and that wasn't too long ago. Great job. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very, very much, dude. And you know, none of this happens without you guys, man. I say that a lot because I mean that. You know? I have to do my job, of course, by telling people about this channel because, as you can see, the channel fluctuates. So if I said to somebody before, I try not to oversay it, but somebody may not have heard a stat or whatever, and I have to repeat it because people don't always tune in, you know, like at different times. We have 301 people tuning in now, but guess what? I said something earlier that probably over 200 people missed. So that's how it goes. I learned that from my professor over at school. He was my station manager. He said, you know, the one blessing that we have here is that we can see how many people are actually tuning into the station. And so I'm looking and I'm seeing 8 people during one point, and then I see 29 people tuning in like 5 minutes later. Guess what? Those 21 people were not tuning in. And so repeating time and score is really important, man. It's wild. It's good stuff. The bank is different. Mr. Particular says you're going places. You're really good at this. Thank you. And if you guys have any sort of critiques, I'm always looking to get better. Please. Thank you, man. When did you start, JJ, and how long did it take you to get to my first 1K? It took me almost 9 months, I want to say. 9 to 10 months. I started in December of 2022. So probably by September. Larry, would you say it was September? It was like late September, I believe. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. We're in the bottom of the 8th. There's Andrew Kittredge on the bump. In 25 games, he's gone 23 innings. And the pitch to Marsh is taken all the way for a strike. That was right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marsh is 0 for 2. He walked, struck out, and also scored a run. Those were the things that he's done today, and the pitch is inside. There's somebody wearing Marshmallow's cap. Love Marshmallow. Great DJ. I don't remember, sorry. I'm pretty sure it was like 2-1 pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. I remember. It was September 25th. I remember that because that was the same day that the Phillies clinched. Yeah, I remember that now. The same day the Phillies clinched. That's when we celebrated. Yep. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Marsh. It was outside, but he slices this one out over to left field, and Burleson can't make the catch. It bounced in front of him. The throw to second is made, and Marsh gets on with an opposite field single. That pitch was way outside, but to his credit, he stayed with it and was able to just hit that one on a rope out to left field and get it off the end of the bat. Charge. A leadoff single, and that's the go-ahead run over at first. It's Brandon Marsh. The pitch to Castellanos in there for a strike. Well, it'd be great to see Castellanos come through. He got a single and scored a run earlier in the ball game. No balls, 1 strike. Phillies tonight with 6 hits. Throw back over to first. And Goldschmidt doesn't even make a swipe. Nothing. Nothing and 1 is the count. Castellanos at the dish. Kittredge looks back at the plate, and the 0-1 delivery. Line drive into left field, and that's going to get in there for a base hit. It takes 2 bounces. The throw to third is cut off, and Castellanos goes back-to-back on the singles with Brandon Marsh, and he's limping over at second. Uh-oh. He has to, I don't know what happened, but he's hanging on to that right knee. He didn't slide in there, nothing, but he's sort of trying to walk it off. The trainer's going to go out there to see if Marsh is okay, and Rob Thompson's there too. I guess that when he got into second base, he sort of just, his knee locked or something, and now he's going to come on out of the ball game. So Rob Thompson says, nope, that's it. You're done. And he's going to walk it off, and he's yelling, darn it. Something doesn't look right. He's walking back to the dugout, and he's walking. He took off his left wristband, or his base running glove, I should say. Let's see on the replay. He was jogging in over to second, and I think that his heel sort of touched the bag, and he landed a little bit weird on second base. He sort of had to pump the brakes, but he's going to go back over towards the dugout and now into the tunnel to just get checked out. 2 runners on. Interested to see who the pinch runner is going to be. And now up to bat is Whit Merrifield. Man, that's tough. Merrifield shows bunt and is able to foul that one off. Brandon Marsh is leaving the game with a leg injury from running the bases. Just walked off the field. Pache's running, thank you. The balls, 1 strike. The Phillies looking for their 8th sweep of the season, but they have got to take the lead here. The 0-1 to Merrifield. Bouncer hit over to third. And Wynn is going to tag out Castellanos, Pache, I should say, who sort of just stopped and just went on the ground. Did a good job at sort of distracting Wynn there. And there's going to be runners over at first and second. That was the right play, too, by Pache. Good heads-up base running. He noticed that, he was sort of going to get caught down and meet Wynn right in between third and second. And he was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go down. Now Garrett Stubbs is up to bat, and the pitch is taken all the way for a strike. Stubbs had an RBI double. It was his third RBI on the season. No balls, one strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a slider that was down. That was Castellanos' 1,500th career hit. Good job, guys. Thanks for spotting me. Good stuff. That was. He had 1,498 coming into today. Good job. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Stubbs strikes out. Actually, wait. That's incorrect because that's his 1,499th hit. Oh, wait, no, you're right. Because that's 2 hits. Yeah, you're right. 2 outs, and Stubbs is down on strikes. And now it's Yohan Rojas coming up. I mentioned before that he's a good hitter with runners in scoring position this season, batting over 300. The pitch, and that's down low for a ball. His average, though, on the season is at 226. 1 ball, no strikes. Kittredge on the bump, and the next one, swing and a miss. Kittredge has pitched in 2 games this season against the Phillies. He's gone 1 in the 3rd, and he struck out 3 batters. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss again. And Rojas wants to call for time. The Phillies have raised tonight $750,004 to hashtag strikeout ALS by Phillies fans. It's awesome. 1-2 on the way. High bouncer hit over to third. Arenado looking to charge over to first, and Rojas can't beat it out. He's out by half a step. And while the Phillies get back-to-back singles in the bottom of the 8th, and we go now to the top of the 9th, still knotted up at 4 apiece. That's great, though, by the Phillies to be able to raise $750,000 for that. That's awesome. Congratulations. That deserves a round of applause. Nice job. Wow. Whit Merrifield is killing the team. A shame when he was first signed, thought it was going to be a good fit. I think everybody did. We have 352 people tuning in on these YouTube airways. If you are tuning in on Facebook or any other social media platform, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Is there a way I can sort of filter these comments? I don't think I can. Thought Phillies fans would just boo and throw batteries. No, but like, in all seriousness, raising that much money is awesome. So it was just reported by John Clark that Brandon Marsh left the game with a right hamstring strain, and he's going to be evaluated further. That's disappointing. Phillies Nation just tweeted it out. That's, Prayers for Marsh in the chat, man. Prayers for Marsh. I want to see prayers emojis. Right hamstring. Yeah. Prayers, man. Let's see the prayer emojis in the chat. Yeah. Jose Alvarado's going to come on to pitch the ninth. In 24 innings, his ERA is at 3.33. Yup, there we go. There we go. The pitch. There's a bouncing ball hit over to first, over towards the right side. Harper gets it, flips it back over to Alvarado, and it's in time. I kind of stumbled a little bit to see if Alvarado was okay. He says, I'm good. Because he sort of stumbled after he tagged the bag over at first base. Man. Yeah. Was just able to get over to it. And a quick out on the first pitch of the ninth. Phillies are 41-18, which is first in the National League. Alvarado gives the thumbs up. We have a quick timeout called on the mound here. And Stubbs and Bohm give Alvarado a pat on the back, and Stott gives him a little smile too. At least he's okay. It's not what we need. He's quite an athlete, though. To be able to get over to the bag like that really quickly with his size, that's all effort, man. Pitch, and there's a bunt knocked down by Ciani, and the flip over to first by Alvarado, and he gloves it and gets him out, and pumps his fist as well. He sort of high-fives Whit Merrifield with the glove. I can't believe he got the out there. That's unbelievable. That was sort of like a drag bunt knocked down over towards the first base side. And we were just talking about how great of an effort Alvarado is able to provide on the defensive side. He just was able to run that thing down. He gloved it and just tossed it over to first with the glove. That was clutch. And Ciani is out by about less than a quarter of a step. The sinker thrown by Alvarado is down low for ball one. That's unbelievable, man. You just got to bow to him. The next pitch, and that's in there for strike two. Boy, you got to watch that highlight. It's actually a 1-1 count. First pitch I thought should have been called a strike, but it wasn't. Next pitch by Alvarado, way inside for ball two. I mean, just to charge off the mound. Field it with the glove in between first and the mound, and then just shovel pass it with the glove. To just get a guy like that out, that was clutch. 2-1. The pitch. And that's low and inside for ball three. That's just unbelievable. 3 balls, 1 strike. Alvarado gets set above the belt, and the 3-1 delivery. It was inside, but guess what? Riggs called it a strike. And he's been consistent with that pitch tonight. Fans standing on their feet once again. The 3-2 on the way, in the air, hit out over towards left field, and it is a foul ball, I believe. Yes, it is a foul ball. A hanging cutter, and Wynn just missed that. That play of him pumping his fist, that's going to go into the Phillies yearbook. And that home run, that was almost a home run allowed by Alvarado, too. Wynn was just looking to see if it was going to stay fair. This may be a little bit old school of me, but why aren't you running? And Alvarado was like, please stay foul. And he took a very quick breath there. They're showing all the replays. All the replays here. Did it hit the pole? I don't know. Are they reviewing this is the question, because they're showing so many angles of this, so I guess that they have to be reviewing this. That's my assumption. Oh boy. Let's see again from the replay that they're showing us. It's hard for me to tell. Obviously, if you hear a noise, it's the easiest way to dictate that. The exit velocity on that was 108 miles per hour, and that went 406 feet. They are reviewing this to see if it is a home run or not. It is a foul ball. And Wynn's like, oh, man. And probably said some filtered words in there, too. So everybody can catch their breath for a quick second. That was pretty close. Here's a zoomed-in angle that they're showing us now. That's not clearly a foul ball. That's pretty close. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Alvarado wants to take a quick step off. I thought he was going to. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Alvarado's all fired up. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, top of the order due up, and the Phillies are looking to win the ball game. That was awesome. This is why you gotta love Alvarado. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. And we have a lot of fun doing it on here. Interacting with you guys, giving you guys the play-by-plays, but also having you guys become a part of the story too, because that's what passion's all about. That's what storytelling is all about. That's what everything is all about. It's the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Stream of consciousness of JJ. Sometimes it just runs, and sometimes you just got to live with it, man. My last name has a Jose in it. No way, Jose. My last name is Joseph. I have 3 first names. Jason Joseph, that's my first and last name. I'm not going to tell you my middle name, though. I may have said it at some point. Who's the Cardinals closer? Helsley. Helsley's their closer. It's not a safe situation. I don't know if they're going to bring him in. Who will win? It's a great question. Alvarado's growing into a closer. Bro, this team has like 2 quote-unquote closers. Hoffman and Alvarado, good spots for them to be in, man. And hey, guess what? In user. Well, Jose Alvarado almost got away with one. He almost did, so guess what? If we're giving Taijuan Walker that same sort of treatment, we got to be fair where fair is fair. I don't know if he's still on here. But I'm just saying. All right. Is anybody's final score prediction still in this? Trade Alvarado, says Hardcore for All. New here, not sure how to spell it, but a hokey pokey comment is worth a sub for me, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And you got it correct. It is Hokey. So that is correct. Trade Jose for that foul ball. Kyle Schwarber's up the bat and the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So John King is pitching. He has a 1.59 ERA in 17 innings of work. That's really good. Left-handed pitcher throws that one down and away. There we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 9th. All knotted up at 4 apiece. The Phillies looking to try to sweep the Cardinals and get their 8th sweep of the season. The 1-1 pitch. High bouncer. Hit over to first. Leaping play by Goldschmidt, and he tags the bag. Took about maybe 3 steps or so. over to first, and there's one gone. And now it's Bryson Stott's turn to come on up. So the Phillies are tied 4-4. They were down 2-0 on a 2-run homer hit by Nolan Gorman as the pitch to Stott, and he's going to bloop this one out over towards left center field. On the run is Burleson, and he's there to make the grab, and there's 2 up, 2 down, and Bryce Harper's coming up. So Gorman had a 2-run homer off of Walker. The Phillies would then get 2 back in the bottom of the second on an RBI double by Stubbs and an RBI ground out by Rojas. The Cardinals would then retake the lead in the top of the third, 4-2 on a 2-run homer by Burleson, and Stott would tie it back 4-4 on a 2-run single in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, though. Nobody on. Harper is up to bat, and fans want a curtain call. The pitch to Harper, swung on, hit out over towards left field, and Burleson steps in towards home plate. He'll make the catch. That was about 4 pitches to those 3 batters. 1, 2, and 3. And we head to the top of the 10th. Free baseball coming up at the bank. And where is my scorebook? Figured that was going to happen. Where's my scorebook? Is this it? No. Where did I put my scorebook, man? All right. I gotta find it. Oh. Let's just use a new one. I'll use a new one here. If you are new, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Second extra inning game this year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Between the Phillies and the Cardinals? Is it the second? Yes, it is. Because the first game was an extra inning game. All right. So who is the zombie runner? Wynn. Wynn is the zombie runner. He'll be over at second base. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We got 432 people tuning in on here. Y'all are Philly freaks, man. You're Philly freaks. Freakish behavior on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's a school night. Burleson, Goldie, and Gorman. And then we got Arenado. I still keep score for those of you that are new to my channel. I do. Time to start an argument. I feel like that's like what goes through Negadolfia's head sometimes. Time to start an argument. 5.19 ERA for Gregory Soto. And he'll be pitching the top of the 10th here. Big spot for him. The Phillies' win probability is still at 53% according to ESPN. The pitch, swing and a miss. Burleson up to bat. Had a homer earlier in the game. It's a lefty-on-lefty situation. Like it up, sub it up. What's up, Sam? How you doing, man? The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch is low and outside for a ball. Brandon Marsh did leave the game with a left hamstring injury. And that was back in the 8th inning. Phillies are 4 and 5 in extra innings. And the 1-1 is a high bouncer hit over towards the first base side. And it is a foul ball. Thank goodness. One ball, 2 strikes. Soto gets set at the belt once again. Looks back over at second and delivers from the stretch. The 1-2 line drive hit out over to left field. And Pache makes the grab for the first out. It was hit sharply just out to left, and Burleson, that's like the 3rd hard ball that he's hit today, just right at the left fielder. And Goldschmidt's coming up to bat. What do you do here if you are Rob Thompson? You going to pitch to him? Or do you face the lefty Gorman? Looks like that they're going to pitch to him. And Soto gets set and delivers, and he throws it just outside for a ball. If you guys want to hit the Super Chat button, feel free to do so. If I missed any Super Chats today, I apologize. Please let me know if you did that. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. A slider that's right down Broadway for a strike. One ball, one strike. Soto from the stretch. The pitch. Bouncing ball. Hit over towards the right side. Witt spins, turns, fires to first, and gets the second out. Boy, oh boy, did that almost bang through, and Whit Merrifield came up with a clutch play there. It was hit over towards the right side, chopped over towards Witt's left. He had to spin, he had to turn on the outfield grass, and fired a strike over to first. And here comes Nolan Gorman. Go-ahead run at third. The pitch, and that's taken low and outside for a ball. That was a really great play. Say what you want about how Witt's been doing all year. That was clutch. That saved a run there, potentially. One ball, no strikes. Soto with a quick breath. And the pitch, and that's fouled away. Two outs. Go-ahead run 90 feet away from scoring. The pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. And that's going to score Win from third base. And the Cardinals take a 5-4 lead on the RBI single by Nolan Gorman. And the other Nolan Arenado, is going to come on up. Who's winning? Well, now it's the Cardinals. Phillies ghost runner will be Bryce Harper. And then Bohm, Pache, and Castellanos. It's not over. The pitch. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner. The ball is one strike. And the next one is outside for a ball. There's Jackie. I was looking for Negadelphia to come back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Soto gets set and delivers and throws a strike on the outside corner. We stink in extras. Trade the whole team, says Larry. They're done. Game's over. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Arenado, swinging a line drive hit out over towards left field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. And that's going to put runners over at first and second. Arenado comes through, back-to-back singles allowed by Gregory Soto. And Jose Furman will be introduced as the pinch hitter for Matt Carpenter. Furman as a pinch hitter, batting .158. But Jason, see, it ain't even over yet, so I'm not even there. The next pitch, and that's sliced foul, and that one goes out of play. They're not showing if Helsley's warming up in the bullpen, but I do assume that he's going to pitch the bottom of the 10th. Spencer Turnbull wasn't available today. You kind of had to go to Soto. The 0-1 swing and a foul ball. Strom was already used. Hoffman was used. Ruiz wasn't available today because he was used yesterday. We're kind of stuck. And Stubbs, there was a little piece of a foul ball that got to him. The ball is 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a grounder hit over to shortstop. Stott has it, fields it over to second. And the inning comes to an end. Bohm, Pache, and Castellanos due up as the Phillies are down to their final 3 outs. All right. Ted Beaver, what's up, Ted? Thank you, JJ. The wife and I listen and watch you guys because we're in California. You're the only way we can hear the game. We're from PA and think you do a great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. 376 people tuning in. If you guys want to donate to the channel, we're on here almost every single day. Any sort of donation is a plus. I will make sure I shout you guys out. All you got to do is just hit the super chat button. It's right next to the live stream chat. Any predictions? I got a parlay. Well, it's going to the bottom of the 10th. Who do I think wins? I don't know. I usually don't say. We go to the bottom of the 10th, though. Phillies down to their final 3 outs. They're looking to try to get their 8th sweep of the season. Harper will be the zombie runner over at second base. And Bohm is going to come on up to bat and lead off the inning. He's the walk-off run at the plate. Pache came in for Marsh in the bottom of the 8th, so he will be batting second. And then Castellanos is batting third. $5 donation from Jason. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my guy. Love and appreciate that. Jason always donates, man. Shout out to Jason, bro. All right, so Ryan Helsley is going to try to shut the door. When the Phillies faced him before, I think we all remember what happened in that wild card game. That magnified a run for Philadelphia. All right, Harper over at second. He's the ghost runner. Bohm at the plate and the pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. Harper's going to tag. The catch is made by the center fielder. The throw is drawn over to third, and Harper dives in there safely. Nice job by Harper to tag up, and Bohm hit it deep enough for him to advance over to third. It was just off the barrel of the bat, too, and Bohm sort of threw it and was like, darn it. And Pache's coming up, so the tying run is now 90 feet away from scoring. The pitch to Pache, downstairs. Castellanos waits in the on-deck circle. One ball, no strikes. Pache in the box, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Church! One ball, one strike to Pache, who's batting .220 on the season so far. One ball, one strike to Christian Pache, and the 1-1 delivery. And that's bounced foul towards the third base side. Pache did have a walk-off base hit in extra innings earlier this year. The infield is playing in towards the infield grass. The outfield at a medium depth. Helsley on the bump gets set just at the letters, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and Pache strikes out. And there's 2 away. Phillies are down to their final out. And Nick Castellanos looking to try to extend the ball game. 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Castellanos is 2 for 4 today with 2 singles and a run scored. And let's see if the Phillies can keep the game alive. He's 1 for 9 lifetime against Helsley. Half the fans standing, half of them sitting. Hoping that Casti comes through. Helsley gets set, and the next pitch is in there for a strike. The first pitch of the at-bat for strike 1. Nothing in 1 is the count to Castellanos. The pitch, up high and away at 101 miles per hour by Helsley. One ball, one strike. Harper at third. And the pitch to Castellanos, swing and a miss, and the rain is coming down pretty hard, and the Phillies are down to their final strike. Helsley this season against the Phillies has gone 5 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. One and 2 is the count to Castellanos, and the next pitch, and he just stays alive. That pitch was heading towards the dirt, and Castellanos fights it off. Mother Nature interfering now at Citizens Bank Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Helsley tries to get the signs from Herrera. And the 1-2 on the way, taken outside and low for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. The Phillies lose by a final score of 5-4. And the Cardinals win it in extra innings. The difference was the RBI base hit by Nolan Gorman. Back-to-back strikeouts for Helsley. And with the rain coming down, Phillies are just going to try to get the tarp on the field as fast as they can. So the Cardinals avoid the sweep. And they beat the Phillies 5-4 in 10 innings. And by the way, another save on the season for Helsley. Wow. That was a big one there. So the Cardinals come back and win. They beat the Phillies 5-4. They get 9 hits. Even though they made 3 errors today, they did enough. And they're now 28-29 on the season. Phillies are now half a game behind the Yankees, too, for the best record in all of baseball. Which is interesting when you think about it like that. Helsley with his 19th save of the season. Soto is now 1-3. King is 2-1 with a 1.5 ERA. What a day. What a game, man. That was, I enjoyed that game as a baseball fan. That was really cool. It's tough to be on the other side of things, but what are my biggest takeaways? All right. We're going to go to the monologue screen here. All right. Takeaways from tonight. Well, the offense didn't really do their job. 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. That's not going to win you a lot of games. The Phillies, I thought, had a big chance in the 8th inning. I thought that was the opportunity, and they missed it. Back-to-back singles to start off the inning, and they couldn't get anybody home from that. The 9th inning was tough, too, because you had the top of the order up to bat, and there was only 4 pitches. How on earth are you going to allow the Cardinals to only get 4 pitches in that 9th inning? You got to have a different approach, man. You have to. You have to have a different approach. But is this a loss that I'm worried about? No. It's a little bumming, though. It's a little tough, but hey, you're not going to win them all. I would have liked them to win that game, though. I'll be honest. Yeah, for sure. I wish that they did. They did not lose because of Gregory Soto, though. They lost that game because Taijuan Walker did not have his best outing, and the offense did not do their job. That was really the number one reason why. The offense didn't do their job. So, they got the runs early. They should have gotten some more, though, later on in the game. But one word to describe the game, man. Comment down below. Gave up best team in the league to the Yankees. Walker lost that game for us. That wasn't the only reason why. When you're 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position, that's not going to win you a lot of games either. I just said. I love how the Cardinals beat Taijuan Walker and Soto, the 2 worst pitchers in the NL, and ESPN hypes up the Cardinals. Okay, so you're not going to give blame to Bryce Harper. You're not going to give blame to the offense because they didn't put up a lot of runs and they left 17 guys in scoring position. Okay. Ghosted. And user, I think we all know what your thoughts are about Taijuan Walker. I got you. Oh, no, the offense is responsible. Yes. That's the number one reason why you lost. And Taijuan Walker didn't pitch well. I have to say Taijuan did not pitch well today. He didn't. He's been struggling, man. Am I concerned about it? In the long run, no. But if Ranger's going to be out, then yeah, I am concerned about that. So, giving up 4 runs in 5 innings is not very good either. It's not. He didn't have a good day. But the offense had so many opportunities. They did. Ghosted. Any more one-word descriptions? One-word descriptions, man. That's what I'm looking for. Not 2 words, not 5, 1. Harper and Bohm were 0 for 10 combined. Yeah, those are your cleanup hitters. Or your 3 and 4 hitters, really. Phillies will play tomorrow night against the Milwaukee Brewers. That series will start tomorrow. And they play the Brewers. The game will be at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And that should be a fun one, man. I'm excited about that. Zach Wheeler's going to be on the mound. He's going to be going up against Bryce Wilson. I've heard a lot of great things about Bryce Wilson. He's 26 years old. I know he's a relief pitcher, but I guess it's going to be a bullpen game. No, it's not. No, he went 4 innings his last time that he pitched and allowed 3 earned runs. Okay. So we'll see how they do. But this is, for those people that are saying that the Phillies haven't played anybody over 500, this is kind of a big series for them. I think that this is a big series for the Phillies coming up. This is a test. This is a test. Ghosted. All right. I'm going to wrap things up. I love you guys. I will catch you all tomorrow night. Be on the lookout for a podcast too tomorrow because I have some words to say about certain things, about where I actually am concerned about things for the Phillies because I am concerned about a couple of things. What am I concerned about? Well, you got to look out for it, man. I'm not going to tell you right now. Come back on tomorrow, and I will let you know. You'll see a video out there. You'll see me. All right. Good night. Laila Tov, and I'll catch you all in the next one.